Tell me all your thoughts on God, 'cause I'd really like to meet her and ask her why we're who we are. And tell me all your thoughts on God, 'cause I'm on my way to see her. So tell me, am I very far? Am I very far now? Am I very far now?
Hey everybody, so this is going to be an interesting way of approaching my weekly check-in for my Black Rose Witchcraft vlog. You can see this little snowman on the reef that Josh made. Anyway, besides that, you're on my phone. I've cleared up some space. I'm going to see if this works, and I'm sorry if you're shaky, but this is going to be all natural and to the point anyway. So, another way this video is going to be a little bit different is I've actually skipped a week in the sense of making a video because we're on a new month now. I'm actually in the middle of November now, so I'm on week 7 total. But week 1 was kind of a weak subject in the sense that I've already talked about it. And it was really just about listening to the audio that's provided for you at the beginning of each month. So I listened to the audio. I attempted the short exercise that was involved, and I did my weekly check-in not too long ago. Like I said, I'm behind, but behind where I wanted to be. But that's okay. We're just going to trudge right on along. So this check-in is going to be for check-in weeks 1 of month 2 and week 2 of month 2. I'll put the title somewhere in the description or something. But basically, as I said before, week 1 of month 2 was basically just about listening to the audio track that was provided and maybe starting to kind of dip our feet into the exercise that was provided. Subject-wise, month 2 is all about the 3 selves. Now, I know if you guys have watched any of my videos lately, I've mentioned the 3 selves pretty often. More specifically speaking of, you know, in terms of Devin Hunter's book that he released over the summer. And how he described them. Now, for those of you who don't know, the 3 selves are basically it's a pretty common idea or theistic theory that's also can be known as the 3 cauldrons. A lot of people hear them as the 3 cauldrons. But basically the details or the idea of the 3 selves is that the soul is made up of 3 different souls or 3 different selves that make a whole. You can find this in, you know, the Fae traditions as the 3 selves. You can see it in a lot of Wiccan traditions, in which they call it the 3 cauldrons. Sorry if I'm raspy and tired because I just got home from work, so I'm a little dead. Bear with me, you guys, bear with me. But some Wiccan traditions call them the 3 cauldrons, and even in psychology, you can find, you know, them under the names of the subconscious, the conscious, and the id, or the ego. So there's that. These three different selves, basically, and each self has its own purpose, its own job. You've got the daemon, the higher daemon, or the higher self, that is basically your higher self. You know, a lot of people speak of this higher self, and when they talk about this higher self, they're talking about your holy daemon. This higher self is the self, the part of your soul that is in direct contact with your spirit guides and your gods, your deities, you know, what is holy. But from there, you have your daemon is an energy force that is often recognized as above your head. I find it interesting that, these selves in the fairy tradition kind of stem from, you know, their locations stem from the chakra points, kind of, which is interesting to me. So you've got your holy daemon, or your higher self, and then you've got in your chest area is where your ego is seated. Your id, basically. This is also known in the fairy tradition as the talker. Now, the talker was described by Devon in a totem form as being that of a spider, grandmother spider. She weaves your reality and takes the information from the other two selves and what you perceive in the world, and she weaves, you know, information from the energy given. So talker is basically that voice in your head when you talk to yourself. That's talker. When you tell yourself you can or can't do something, that's talker. Talker likes to talk all the time. And the things that run through your mind that you have issues slowing down when you try and get into a trance state and meditate, that's talker. Talker talking. So as I said, talker is centered in your chest. Your third self, or your third soul, is the more primal of the three. It's your subconscious, or your, as the fairy tradition or the Black Rose tradition, if you will, calls it, your fetch. Now, fetch is very primal, and fetch is completely ruled by emotion and symbol. That's the only way in which fetch communicates. So, in order for you to align yourselves, you have to get fetch and talker to communicate, and talker and your holy daemon to communicate. And there's different ways in which you can do that through meditation. Hi, Binks. So that's basically the intro of week 1 of month 2. The second week is basically getting to know talker and really getting down to the nitty-gritty of quieting talker down so you can align yourselves. Now, I'm not going to go into much detail about the meditation. If you want to, again, as I've said before, if you're interested in this course and learning how to do this, you can check out Devon's book, by all means. He has a wonderful method of aligning the selves and getting them all to work together as one. Or you can join Black Rose Witchcraft. After I did the meditation, my experience was pretty awesome. Week 1 of month 2 was kind of you know, I tried the exercise, but it didn't really float my boat. I'm sorry guys, I really should have gotten something to drink. But after week 2, after doing the exercise a few times, more in depth, that was given in week 2, and listening to the audio track of the guided meditation, basically. I had a really good experience. My fetch, which is more like your inner child as well, you can think of it as that. Like, my intuition, like, easily opened right up to my fetch. And fetch seemed really neglected. Like, I really need to offer some nourishment to fetch. Like, I really needed to nurture fetch. So in the exercise, it teaches you how to heal yourselves, or basically feed them. So I fed fetch. I fed my fetch. I know, it sounds as dirty as it's... I'm not even done. And instantly felt this charge. Like, it was almost like a 360. And instantly felt this charge of self-love and confidence. It was pretty amazing. And, you know, Talker helped me then, you know, connect with my holy daemon, which, no surprise, took the form of an owl. And really connected me to Source a bit more. Like, I could feel that connection more. I could definitely basically tell the difference afterwards. Like, I definitely felt different. And I'm glad I did it. And I'm still practicing with it even now. With all these exercises, I myself am trying to practice them once or twice, get them down, put them away for a little bit, for a couple days, pick them back up, do them again, put them down. The temple exercise and the lighting of the way we're supposed to do daily. I don't do that. I mentioned on Facebook last night, or this morning, that last night I had so many things I wanted to get done, including some of my meditation and all that, and I had such a killer headache, I just couldn't do it. So I'm accepting now that whenever I get the time to sit down and do it is a good time. As long as I keep up on things, which I'm doing my best to do. So that's basically it. The exercise was pretty fantastic, and I was actually talking to Liz. Or Lisa the other day. Or earlier today. And I'm so brain dead right now. And she was saying she hopes, because she's taking it with me, the course, she was saying she hopes that, you know, we can eventually get out of this meditation thing. Because, yeah, meditation is important, but we both discussed how it's really not our strong suit. It's really not. And I've gotten better, and I've tried to kind of explain to her, you know, it's for me it was more about the breathing, but it could be different for her. I'm not going to edit this, so if I yawn, deal with it. Hey, Danu. But it could be different for her. So I've tried to kind of talk her through it, kind of try and help her. But it is difficult. And I can only imagine what it's like for her or anybody else that isn't, you know, isn't practiced in meditation. I'm lucky enough to have figured it out, at least a little bit. I'm not a pro. I still have issues. You know, it's still not my strong suit. But yeah, I'm really hoping it's not just meditations. Sorry if I keep shaking you. But we'll see. I'm really hoping we'll get into some more hands-on things. But anyway, I hope everybody has an awesome week. I'm going to try and do some videos. I know I'm going to Tennessee this coming weekend to visit family I didn't know existed. So that'll be interesting. I'll try and get some videos now that I've cleared up the memory on my phone. and we'll see what we can do there. But everybody have an awesome week. Blessed full moon. I hope it was an awesome one, and have a blessed week. I've said that 5 times. I'm just going to go. I'm exhausted. Bye.